You have more control over your emotions all by how you think. Hi, my name is Bryanna. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and this is my 4-part series called Do Not Disturb Yourself, where I teach individuals like yourself how to not disturb yourself and live a happier life. Each of the series will have free worksheets as well as a workbook that you can use alongside each video. When we talk about emotional control, we are talking about having the ability to control your emotions during times of distress, especially during times that are outside of your control, whether that's someone having an opinion about you or behaving in a way you don't like, or when things are just not going your way. One of my favorite quotes is, "Men are not disturbed by events, but the views they place on them." My main modality is from Albert Ellis's Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, which he introduced in the mid-1950s. Therapy was pretty much inspired by Stoic philosophy, and when we think about emotional control, we oftentimes think that our emotions are the result of an event that's happening, but it's a bit more deeper and faster than that. Albert Ellis was able to demonstrate this through his ABC model of emotional and behavioral regulation. A stands for activating event. This could be a time where you failed at something and that you worked really hard on, a time where other people might reject you or treat you unfairly, or a time where you experience a harsh condition, whether you woke up and you were ill or your car just wouldn't start. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of people believe that these activating events are causing our emotional and behavioral consequences. So the C stands for consequences. What Albert found and what that quote suggests is that it's not the events that are causing our emotional and behavioral consequences, but it's what we are telling ourselves, how we interpret these events, all in our belief system, in our cognition. So the B stands for belief. Now, I want to emphasize that activating events can be pretty upsetting, but they're not the direct cause of your emotions. And once we're able to realize that, that is where the control starts. If we understand that how we perceive the A changes and influences our emotions and how we do things, then doesn't it make sense that if we change our perception on those events, that we can there have that control? Let's say you have an interview at your dream job. Obviously, you want to do well. But let's say in the meeting, you start to experience anxiety. Anxiety tends to screw us up when we're interviewing. We can start to stutter, we can start to have brain fog and forget the questions being asked. And we can have the thoughts that I have to do well, and if I don't, that would be terrible and awful and improve what a louse I am. But what if we had an approach where we're concerned about how well we do, but we maintain the thoughts that I would prefer to do well, but if I don't, that would be disappointing, I can bear it, and it just proves I'm not perfect. Same situation, different beliefs, and different emotional outcomes. It wouldn't help us if we were to make ourselves anxious over not having our dream job. And if we go into the interview with anxiety, chances of us being successful would pretty much plummet. But if we approach it with concern and care about how well we do, we're more likely to be paced and put our best foot forward. REBT is pretty special, in which it distinguishes between unhealthy negative emotions and healthy negative emotions. Negative emotions because we obviously don't like feeling them, but unhealthy because they get in the way of our goal attainment, such as anxiety, or healthy in which we may continue and try our best, which is in the case of concern. Being able to regulate your emotions so that you're experiencing emotions that are authentic, not getting to a state where we're trying not to care about how well we do in this job interview, but try to do our best where we don't interfere with our chances of getting the job. Just being aware of the impact our beliefs have, our emotions and behavior can really change things for us. Download my free worksheet that helps you practice identifying your A, B, and C's so that you can become one step closer to controlling your emotions. You can always like and share this video if you think that it can be helpful for one of your friends, family, or peers. If you want to stay up to date about more things REBT, feel free to sign up for my newsletter in the description below. In the next part of my series, you'll learn how to identify irrational or rational beliefs in more details. And if you get to the last one, number 4, you will also experience a 7-day Do Not Disturb Yourself challenge. Comment below on any activating event that you struggle with and that you would like me to touch on in more detail.